Hello, welcome in. I'll be right with you. I'm just doing a couple more things. Hello, Cosmic. Are you still in here? Oh, ready to start. I'm just messing with the, I just confused myself. Sorry, hold on, I gotta mute. I have myself on my TV, and um, I heard myself speak, so I startled myself because I forgot my TV wasn't muted. Okay, so I'm just messing with the camera real quick because I have to use my phone and I want to set it up with my new layout for people to be able to see the cards while I'm doing the reading. Are you just getting a general reading today, or do you have a question? Yeah, they fix it. So it goes around this. Instead, charge up. Okay, that looks good. Good, good, good. General will be great. Okay, great. Just did a couple more tweaks. It's done, I swear. Thanks for coming in again this week. I know you were in last time I streamed, but I couldn't get to you because it got too late. Well, you're first in line this time, so that's nice. I mean, I'm fashionably late, which I tend to always be fashionably late anyway. It's actually so bad that I'm thinking of making merch for it. And you have? It's been a while, I think. Let's find out how it goes. I was going through a phase where I was getting readings a lot from others for a little while, and then I finally decided to take a little break from it. Also, my mom is watching me stream for the first time today on YouTube because I figured out how to connect the YouTube, so she's going to be watching your reading as well. And Mom, since it goes too fast for you, Cosmic said I've been meaning to get a read from you in terms of a reading. And also because I know you well enough, you're probably wondering if there's a reason you can't see me yet because the starting soon screen is online. I haven't taken it off. It's normal. Cosmic says, "Hi, Mama Wisteria." Okay. I think I'm just about ready. I got that on. That's on. That's muted. Is my audio for the nature music still pretty loud? I think I'll turn that down. Oop, that might have been too far. I think that's better. I'll make sure you can hear me clearly over the thing. Okay. All right. I think we figured it out. Don't mind the hair. It's it's a themed hair day, and today is messy. It's like I knew my mom was gonna say something about the picture. Mom, I just took it off. I just took it off. It's okay. Now I got the picture. Okay. I can see your messages, Mom. It shows up on my computer. A general reading, so I'm going to choose the best, excuse me, decks for you. I'm also going to fix this a little. Okay, because that should be more like this. Scoot it back in there. So, I'm going to pick your decks for Cosmic Silly Goose. Fairy vibes for you to start with. Whimsy today. I feel like you're typically whimsy anyway. Son, loved one coming through? Possibly more than one. I feel a little confused. I feel like I want to say man, but it feels heavier on the female side. It kind of makes me think like a grandfather arguing with a mother. Be like, I want to talk to her. No, I do. It's my turn. Kind of vibe, if that makes sense. Just a little uh tug of war at who goes first in line. But the female energy comes more. My main spirit guide is my grandmother, and she controls a lot of who comes through. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like there's like a grandpa or male older energy, but the female energy comes out the strongest. That's funny. Ah, Cosmic gets to check out my new deck. So, this is my new deck. I learned that apparently it's AI art, so it's very repetitive, but I feel drawn to use it this time, so we'll see how it goes. Just stay open-minded to it. Also, ad break starts in 3 minutes for since you're on the Twitch platform, just so you know. I don't know if you have turbo or anything. Whatever you have to do. Yeah, okay. And I don't feel too many more than this. I think there's one more deck I want to grab. I feel like your energy kind of feels just curious, but it also feels like you have like unanswered questions, which is probably why you're coming. You'll be sent to jail nods. I have a redeem now where it says I've been ambushed. I don't know if I fixed it yet. I think I have to, which I plan to do tomorrow, but yeah, anyway. And then it was I barely escaped for coming back from ads just to be funny. On a 3 stream streak. Nice. Wait. Oh, really? You know, it doesn't feel like three. For some reason, I feel like this is your second one. You've been lurking. No, I'm kidding. I feel drawn to this one as well. Yeah, no worries. I lurk on my friends too sometimes. Sometimes I try to go in and try to try to be in the chat and stuff, but then I get too busy or distracted and it just doesn't happen. And I was like, well, it counts, so I'll just chill. Chill in the lurking. I like to listen when I drive, clean, cook, or get ready. Oh, kind of like a podcast? Listen to me? Or you mean just lurk in general? Okay. I feel very scattered right now, and I kind of feel like that's your energy. So I'm like, I don't know what else I need to do, but I feel like there's more to do to start. Because I'm like, I think I need more, but I don't need more because I have what I need. Oh no. It's okay. It's okay. So I want to start with that first. It feels a little scattered. It, it doesn't feel very focused, which is funny because I had this conversation with my mom literally a couple hours ago. Keep hearing the cycle isn't complete yet, but I don't know what the fudge they want from me, to be honest. The cycle isn't completed yet. Oh, I wonder if that's why I picked the fairy. I Okay, that's probably why I feel scattered. Because and now I'm playing with my deck, so I'm like, I think I feel your energy because it kind of the cycle at the moment in terms of scattered energy feels like you're kind of like, I don't know what to do with myself, but I feel like I should be doing something, but then I already did everything, so I don't know what else it is, which is kind of along the lines of what you're saying. But like also like I don't know, it's like a kid waiting for their ice cream cone at the shop and never getting one. That's how it feels. And then yeah. So we're gonna start with that. It's very very much masculine energy. A lot of young energy because you want like you're action oriented right now, like you want the action right now, but you're being forced in the yin energy to slow down and wait. Okay. No worries. Ambush. Just so you know what lurking is, it's when it's what you're doing right now. You're watching, but you can't communicate. Also, Cosmic says they call it ad jail, and I have something where they can click that they say get ambushed, and the ads make me money on Twitch, and that's what it is. You can still see me on YouTube because YouTube doesn't do that right now because I'm too little. But on Twitch, I'm known a little bit more, so I get there's ad breaks. This is not sponsored, but please make more of these individual pure leaf teas of honey green tea. Not just green tea, honey green tea. I love these. And I can only find them in gas stations. And I want to buy them at the grocery store. Was built on the Columbia River. That's okay. Alright. We were on masculine energy, and I think it's a self love lesson slash cycle. For more context, if that helps. Welcome back. So, I was saying that you're very much in the action oriented energy right now, which is masculine. It's very much the yang energy, but you're being forced to go into yin. Like you're being forced to wait. You're being forced to settle down and be in yin, but you have so much masculine energy. It's all sorry, my mom's sassing me. She says I'm not reading all your comments because she wants to hear what you say because my little chat box is going too fast. um anyway, so I don't know why I'm doing it in front of my face. You can't see it. So I'm saying like you're like this giant ball of energy, and you're being forced to be like this, really itty bitty. So you have a lot of excess energy that you don't know what to do with at the moment. But that's the part that I said like when you went into ads before I knew you were in there. I'm gonna start with. I thought I was gonna start with this, but I'm actually gonna start with the Moonology cards this time. Let's see what it says. I'll interpret it unless I can't, and then I'll read from the book instead. So, as always. So let's see what it's going. I feel a lot of confusion in the mind. Like it reminds me of myself a little bit because I'll wonder what like my purpose in life is, and then I have so many options to choose from, and I have multiple interests, and then I try, it doesn't go the way I want, and then I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself, and I'm like, I don't want to say what's the point, but I'm like, I don't know what to do anymore, or I don't know what I want to do, and it feels very like mind-wise, it feels very much similar to those thoughts. Call me your daddy 69. Welcome in again. But no, it's actually you're one of the more recent reads. Hold your vision. Ooh. Basement chick. You call me basement chick, and somebody else calls me uh dungeon master because of the basement. Or something like that. It is not your first time to hear you, Fibber. I'll call you out. I'm not afraid. Ooh, hold your vision. Expect powerful change. Nothing will come of the situation. This card always drives me nuts. I'm excited for first time ever read here. Yeah. Yeah. You had a pretty good reading, I think, last time. But it's I've had a few reads since you though, so I don't remember it very well. So that's interesting. I like the cards that are playing for you right now, Cosmic, because to me it's kind of as if you're in a spiritual awakening phase, like not like re-diving into something you already do. I mean, what do you call it? Not enlightenment. It's the transition when you're going when you're shedding your old skin, basically. Waterbird. How you doing today? Sublime. Nice. Um, so we have hold your vision, expect powerful change, nothing will come of the situation, and a new start is coming. And I feel like you're in that phase where people are shedding their old skin. You're transforming into a new version of you. So, and that's usually the most frustrating time because you're kind of having like you're having a whole new identity crisis because what you once knew you no longer wanted, so you're sick of it and you're shedding off the old, and you know what you want now, but you don't know how to get there, so you're like right in the middle. I'm good. Had a productive day. What about you? Yes, that resonates so far. That's good. Decent nonsense. Yes. Tell you. Let's see. Top of the deck says You know, you said cycle, and it's confirming for you. It says the end of a tough cycle approaches. On top of the deck. Bottom of the deck says you are good enough. So I feel like that kind of all goes along with what I've said so far. And also the natural placement of the cards that I just did goes in the upward pyramid, which to me tells me that it's going in the correct direction. It's just you're in a phase right now. You're in the like middle phase. You're on the borderline. Neither side, just right in the middle. Identity crisis. What water bird to flying bird? Yeah, that's right. Are good enough, water bird. You don't need to turn into a flying bird. It's not a phase mod. Nice. So, but like you're on that. You're just in that middle zone right now. So you're neither in your old or new self. Mom, what? Okay, let's move on to the next deck. So I kind of want to play these together, so I might combo these for the next part of the reading. The calling cards aren't technically Oracle deck. This is a deck that it's supposed to use for like career coaches. You go through every card in the deck, and you're like, I like this, I'd want to do this. I don't like this, I don't want to do that, and you'd split it into two piles. You get rid of the no pile, and you keep doing it to the yes pile till you get down to like 5 of them. But sometimes I will use them like an Oracle deck to see what comes up. Inner work, inner work. Hi, Twilight Princess, welcome in. Use exclamation point and join for reading. You would be third in line. Go touch grass somewhere. Curling stuff. Or hug a tree. Who doesn't love to hug a tree? I love touching grass and hugging trees. But I like leaning on trees more than hugging them. You know, sometimes sap is sticky. You know, like sitting under a tree reading a book, that's very nice. I finally made it. I know it's kind of I'm fashionably late today too. My plans changed mid afternoon. Also, those I mean Cosmic knows, but those in here, my mom is watching. She's watching the live stream, so she's gonna know all your business. Let's see. Join. Okay, perfect. You joined. Okay, great. I finally made it. I know, I know. Ooh, getting things right. Structured. Okay. Twilight Princess says, hi, Mom. Analyzing information. No. Mom, you couldn't read it because it was too fast. Call me your daddy says, now you basement mommy now. Everybody, my mom says hi. Said hi to all of you. Interesting. I'm intrigued. Cosmic, your reading's intriguing me now. We have 3 investigative, though. So we have structured, getting things right. Investigative, analyzing information, discovering resources, and translating things. They're showing me a document, but it's almost as if it's a legal document of some sort. I don't know if you're going through some kind of legal procedure or if it's like a lease to your apartment or whatever it may be. But in some form or way it looks like a legal form. That's what they're showing me at the moment. Cosmic, I hope you get through this grip. Creating trust. Then we have selling intangibles. I feel like I feel like, yeah, I feel like you're going through. I feel like you're trying to. So, based on the energy that started with the Moonology cards, I feel like you're trying to build something for yourself. Like you're trying to build your own empire, kind of thing. You're trying to build something for yourself in a way where you feel good about it. Like you're like, okay, I got this, I got, but you I see it. You want to do it in a very orderly fashion. You're like, I need to do this first, then this, then this, then this, then this. You want to do it in order as like goal by goal by goal. So like you know which goal to start with first, and then it leads up to the end. And then I see it like you have a vision of what you want, but but getting there is the part that confuses you, and they're telling me that's the part you shouldn't be thinking about. Like it's kind of an oxymoron, but like they're saying like that's the part they want you to just trust and let it flow and happen, because sometimes when you think about it too much, you're pushing it more away. Um, yeah, I deal with some serious stuff at work. Yeah, yes, Tarot Empire. No donation, get fatality. That's the part I needed to hear. Yeah. 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 So like, especially when you're trying to manifest something, when you try so hard to do it the way you want to do it, sometimes it closes the door to get that flow. So like it's one of those things you need to let it go and let it flow and allow it to come in naturally, because there she's saying the universe is on your side. Let it work. Let it work and do its job. Because you're trying to take the universe's job. And that's what they're telling me right now. So, let me, ooh, a card fell on the bottom. Facilitating change. So that humors me. I feel like that was sass, honestly. I feel like that was spiritual sass. You said flow, water bird. Flow and water, to be honest. She's very sassy. Yeah, your spirit guide, yeah. It's like I feel like that was sass based on what it just said. It definitely came. Well, for me, it definitely came across as that. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the numerology deck now. That was itchy all of a sudden. Um, One of your guides has shown me that they like to annoy you in certain ways. I feel like it's something with your hair. I don't know if it pokes you in the eye or if it like tickles your ear or something, but it's something with your hair. You're next in line, and then Twilight Princess is after you. I've only got three of you in. I started very late today, so you guys arrived at a good time. Ooh, adventure. That's fun. I see, so this says adventure, but I see the blue, and to me, the blue is with the throat chakra, and the throat chakra relates to communication. And then we have the double fives, which to me is synchronicity for the number five in numerology, which means change, which is a double card of this facilitating change. And I feel like change is inevitable. It's something that you cannot control. And I don't think your energy likes that. You like control. So, you like, wait, why are they annoying me? That's funny. Because they like your hair done. Or your shampoo. Your apple flavor. What's wrong with apple flavor? It tastes delicious and so does the smell. I grasp for control and chaos. Yeah, yeah, they're showing me that you don't like not having the control. But going back to what I was saying about the blue though. So the blue represents the throat chakra, which is usually related to communication. Most people when they get it, it's related to communicating with like relationship wise. But in your particular situation, I feel like it's more so like you requesting things in a way where you're not communicating exactly what you want in a clear fashion. Like you know what you know the big picture, but you don't know what you want clearly in that big picture. Like, for example, you say I want to be famous. Okay, in what? Like, do you want to be famous in music, in art, in TV? You know, that kind of thing. So I feel like this with the throat chakra is more related to the communicative side of like what you're trying to like accomplish and manifest. Oh, and then we have love. Lots of self-love, naturally. You guys are in ads? I think. Yeah. By ads? Yes. You mean the ambush? Yeah, it's a channel point redeem. The Cosmic got ambushed by ads. It said it ended, but sometimes my stream tells me a little before the viewers. Okay, welcome back. Next card is love, self-love, and the 5 going into 6 is progressive, which kind of matches what I was saying about the pyramid beforehand. And this feels really warm. Like this feels like genuine, like wholesome, um, unconditional love when it's being played. Um, I feel like you're very loved, like in surrounding areas and around you and your spirit guides and your past on loved ones and everything. Like I feel it surrounding your energy a lot. I don't I don't know if you're with anybody or not. If you're single, it's coming across with the way they're saying it. They're like, "What about your love life?" So there, it feels very nosy, kind of like how some people are like, "When are you getting married?" Or "When are you having children?" Oh, you're engaged! Congratulations! Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so it was a literal "What about your love life?" situation. Oh, that's cute. Congrats. Ew. Shuffle it the proper way. We're doing a long. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. We're doing a long engagement, but we've been talking about kids. Oh, okay. Oh, they're. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, that's so many. Can you do one at a time, please? Thank you. So literally, when's the wedding? When are the kids? Oh, so, when are you getting married? When are you having kids? Yeah. 5, another 5, another change. So yeah, I feel like you're definitely in the like the faith, like the self discipline, and the and manifestation. Yeah, I feel like I'm a little bit repeating myself with at least with these cards set up. It's I think they're trying to keep you focused on very specific things right now because giving they're telling me giving you too much information is too much for you to handle at one time. Even though that's what you want, it's too much. Stick with the small stuff right now. And then bottom of the deck says new beginnings. And then I'm gonna do split deck. Individuality. Ooh, triple ones, new beginnings. Okay, let's move on to the next deck. They know me too well. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna finally do. You know, it's funny because I thought I was gonna play this first, but this is like the I don't know the fourth one that I'm playing. Well, four stands for stability, so. Oh. Okay. Let's see what comes up. I don't play this deck as often as I used to. Gossamer Princess. Communication, relationship, work to be done. So communication matches what I mentioned with the blue, right? The relationship work to be done kind of sounds more scary in this card. I don't feel it in the like negative sense for you in terms of like the way the card is portraying it. But maybe they're I think what you mentioned in the beginning of the stream is you're talking about a cycle, and I think you mentioned self love, and then you had self discipline right here. So, oh, okay, planning wedding is stressful. I know. I'm also engaged, and my wedding is in 2 months. I'm getting married soon myself, so I understand. I'm so excited. I'm excited for it. I actually just thanks. You too. Um, congrats, girl. So my I just recently paid off my wedding dress, and that was like my biggest expense. And we decided to do a private ceremony where it's just us because my relationship, we are an international couple, and his parents are in Japan, and the Japanese yen is like 3 times weak to our dollar, so it's not fair to have my family. Sorry, ma. Uh, actually, I'm not sorry. It's my wedding. I can do what I want. So, um, she's salty about it though. So, um, but it's not fair to have my family go and not his because they can't afford it and we can't afford to bring them here ourselves. Like we don't have that kind of money or income and so on. But we're making it work, and it's easier financially in my opinion. But there's a lot involved. You gotta think about place, the invites, the dress, the well, if you want to dress, you got to think about the marriage certificate, changing your name. It's a lot of work. But if you didn't want to think about it, you could do a wedding planner. They're telling me you don't. That's part of you not liking the lack of control. But you're hiring the wedding planner, so they should be doing what you want. But they make it easier on you, so you don't feel like you have the whole like you're loaded up on your shoulders with everything. They do the brunt work. You just tell them what you want, and that you like that. That's more of the leadership side of you that you enjoy. But yeah, so I wasn't going to hire one. Yeah. Catch me. Trust, surrender, leap of faith into the unknown. So yeah. You can always, I mean, if you did, right? You don't have to go for the expensive ones. You could, I mean, you want ones that have at least reviews that have good reputation because sometimes it's nice to give a person who's trying to start out a good opportunity, but you also can't like fully rely on it either. You need at least a background. but you don't have to like spend 10 grand on getting one. You know what I mean? Trust me, surrender, leap of faith into the unknown. That yeah, I'm kind of repeating your cycle a little bit. They're literally like let it flow. Wait for it. Story keeper, tell your story, legacy, and write your wisdom. Ooh, I like the way they're showing me. They're like read a book. They're showing me somebody literally just reading a book. That's not necessarily studying. It's not necessarily writing a book. It's literally just read a book. Maybe I will hire one. Yay. It will definitely probably give you less stress. And on the other side of that is that the wedding planners are literally like that's literally their job. Like they'll ask you questions for things you didn't even think of. The book resonates. Yeah, they're like read a book. Read. They want you to read. So, and it kind of feels like it feels a little bit like that's something you've been wanting to do, and it feels as if you intentionally haven't given yourself the chance to do it. Like it feels as if like you were an avid reader all the time, and then you kind of just stopped because you got too busy, and now when you don't need to be so busy, even though you think you do, you have the opportunity to start reading the book again, like or a book again. That's the energy it feels like. Literally me today. That's crazy. Yeah, crystal magic, creation, dawn, and the beginning. They're telling me you should put some crystals near you when you sleep, or like amethyst under your pillow. I see amethyst and your pillow the most, or even like other sleep and psychic crystals, moon. So like amethyst, moonstones, celestites, the white blues, purples, and clear quartz. They're like a little sachet that you put all the little crystals in, then you put the sachet under your pillow. Kind of like the tooth fairy, but for crystals. They're saying that will actually help you with the sleep and the energies. They're showing me that your empathic side often invades you a lot, especially when you're about to sleep and you have trouble falling asleep because of it. So get crystals and make a little crystal batch and put it in the sachet to put it under your pillow. I'm getting so much from this reading. Wow. Yes, I've been struggling with sleep. Yeah, they want you to do that. All right, anything else from? Ooh, I've got goosebumps. You're giving me goosebumps. All right, see if there's anything else. Snail's pace. Slow down, grounding. Listen for the heartbeat of the earth and subtle energies. So yeah, they definitely want you more in the yin energy. Definitely want you more in the yin feminine energy. Okay, I guess there's more. Okay, it's too many. Way too many. Yeah. All right. Another time. Or not. Alright. Let's go with both of these first. We have her special place. Find your own safe space inside and out. I feel like this kind of goes with the snail space. Like, find your safe zone. And it doesn't mean that you're in danger or anxiety or anything, but they want you to be in a space where you feel like comfortable and at peace. Like, just, it's a moment where you're like, I feel good. That's like where they want you to go. Acorn's invitation, touch, exchange, and connection. Okay, this I find more literal with nature base. Kind of be a little more one with nature. She's not an endangered species. Yeah. Scared to fly, the right moment, sensing out the right timing. This kind of makes me think that you might be a bride who feels like almost like cold feet or runaway bride at first. You have anxieties to the end, but you got this far already. Why would you hold yourself back? You know? They're also say, uh, it sounds like you've paced yourself for a long time. So they're like, why do you feel like you're rushing things? You literally did not rush anything. Like they're showing me a very long wait period, and it's still like a wait period. Invasive species, actually. You calling me in your wedding, right? And then we have communication again. So communication is fine. I'll plan the wedding. So, the unicorn and the maiden. Communication with the unicorn, purification, undercover action. The unicorn to me represents purity and everything. And communication is coming up again. I feel like this is like a strong confirmation card. And I feel a strong sense of romanticism in this card. Like I see the unicorn. I see this pretty sunset. I see all the pretty roses here and so on. So, you know, romanticize your life right now. Like, take yourself out on a date, buy yourself flowers, eat chocolate, take a bubble bath. That came out strongly. They want me to say take a bubble bath. I guess I'm assuming you like those. And then we have fairy wishing well, manifestation, expectations, and offerings. You have manifestation again here as well. Um, so communication, the patience, and like the yin and the change and the I said communication already, and the trust and everything. You've gotten that on repeat so far in your reading. All those are kind of coming back up each time. So I'm going to play the last two decks. I'm going to do this one first to see what you get for messages, and then this one. This one will probably just be like messages from the loved ones or the guides for you and what they say, and then this one will be I'm going to try to do it like advice. It's kind of the first. You're the first reading I'm actually using this for, so we'll see. We'll see what comes up. Messages for cosmic saviors. A magical journey is about to begin. Prepare yourself. Oh, that feels good. I like that message. A loved one from the past will re-enter your life. Excuse me. This intrigues me because you said earlier that you were talking about kids. And this a loved one from the past will re-enter your life. It feels like a past life situation would be one of your children. Like I think one of the children would be somebody you shared a past life with, which will be interesting. A protective charm will bring you safety and peace. I think that kind of goes along with the romanticism. It's like baby spirit has been. Oh, oh, it went too fast. The past life baby spirit has been poking at me lately. Is there any chance I could see if it has a message for me? I've seen since it's coming through. I'm back. Welcome back. Sure, we can play something on it. I'm gonna finish reading this and do this first, and then I'll see where I'm drawn to for another deck, or if I should use the same one or not. I actually, this might interest you. Maybe, you know what? I'm thinking about it, so I'm just gonna play this one. I have this, Awakening Farm Memory. This book here in this deck, right here. I read part of this book before, like, after I bought this deck, because I was really excited because it's the first time I've seen somebody make, hold on, let me turn the around, reincarnation cards. So I think this is going to interest you. But the book literally says, this is not meant for Tarot Oracle, and I'm like, well, sucks to suck, I'm going to use it anyway. so, so it's supposed to be like, I don't know, kind of like the, hypnotherapy. It's supposed to be like you figure out what you were in a past life. So I'm going to play this for that question. But I'm going to finish what I've started first for you, and then we'll see what this says. And we'll be, I can't say I'll have a deep reading with it, but we'll see. We'll see what we do with it. Okay. So going back to the reading before you went into ads. So I think I read up to the third one already. We have a magical journey is about to begin. Prepare yourself. A loved one from the past will re-enter your life. A protective charm will bring you safety and peace. And I was saying before you went into ads that I think this card is kind of reiterating what I said about, excuse me, the like romanticizing yourself and take a bubble bath really stands out, or like things like that. There's things you like that feel very like at peace and serene to you. And I think that's very much related to this. And then a powerful ally will appear in your life. Welcome them. I think this is interesting. And this they're telling me to say the word tribe. It's your soul tribe. You know, I want to do this. I'm like, pay attention. They're telling me to be snappy. Pay attention. Leaving the queue. Bye, Twilight Princess. All right. So let's do this deck next. Let's see. I feel the male energy right now. He's like, finally. I don't know who this is, but he feels like he's been fighting to communicate with you. I see him in my mind's eye. I see him as he doesn't want me to say it this way, but I'm going to. To me, I see him as a scrawny figure. He's he's got kind of like the farmer's hunch a little bit. I don't see him wearing any glasses or anything, though. Thank you for the follow. Hi, welcome in, welcome in. Hold on. That's cute. You read really deep. I do long readings. You gotta have patience to get free ones for me. You go to Marina Trench with I don't know what that means. With cards. I do deep readings, yes. And loyalty shines brighter than the Queen of Hearts in our tarot garden. Oh, that's so cute. That deep. Oh, hey. Man, we just had somebody leave, so he ended up being third in the list. Mariana Trench is the deepest part of the ocean. Oh, I misread it. Whoa. I was gonna say I didn't know that anyway. Thanks for telling me. Yeah, I definitely I do that. All right. So the old man, I will always point you in the right direction. Um, I feel drawn strongly to this. He feels like somebody who's watched over you for a long time, like since like young child, little girl. It it almost feels as if he was passed away that long ago and you used to see him. You used to see him clearly as a child, but now it's more like you just feel him around sometimes. They used to see this person strongly when you're little, and kids are more susceptible to vision. I see all of your thoughts. Okay, that's interesting. I think this is why I have that energy of the two of them fighting, but the woman comes out stronger. I feel like out loud, when you're speaking out loud, you're technically talking to the woman the most. But when you're having a tough day, like when you're feeling downtrodden or you just need company, he's the one usually around you is kind of what I'm feeling. If I did, I didn't perceive him as spirit. Yeah, exactly. Yes, just like that. Like you saw him as if a real person. That's definitely what I was getting at. It was my grandmother that passed when I was young, like 5. Oh, maybe I'm mixing them up then. They did both come through, so. Or, well, no, I don't know if that's your grandma. You've got too many. No, I'm kidding. But I definitely had more than one come in for you. Yeah. Okay. I wish I had told you more often how much I love you. Oh. And I'm just the thought away. So this person, they just want to know, let you know that they're there. They're there when you need them. I have a big team, but 3 main honchos with my grandma with the controls. Yeah. A little Spitfire. I have no more earthly worries. And I always give you a good night kiss. And lots of hearts. And you also had love too. And then the second bottom card says I was met by so many loving people. And I see the older folks in this card. I'm gonna go cry now. Oh, I've been seeing hearts in my mind's eye. Oh, okay. I was gonna say you keep getting. You got love, you got hearts, and there's other sides with hearts in them too. That's cute. Oh, they're telling me you see hearts more in just your mind's eye. They say you see it. You see it more in physical life too. Like you'll see a shadow shaped like a heart. You'll see a noodle shaped like a heart. You'll see a water drop from the rain on your windshield in the car shaped like a heart. They're saying you see it in more than one place than just your mind's eye. Okay, let's get to your reincarnation cards for the potential child from past life real quick, and then that'll do it for your reading. And then we'll move on to you. Call me yo. Call me yo. I'm just gonna say call me. It's shorter. All right. So the way this is set up, as you can see, there's different backsides or whatever. So the each one has a meaning. Sometimes I forget which color is which, so I might remind myself when I go, but it's kind of self-explanatory. To put simply, one is the era that the person lived in, or the spirit, soul, whatever it may be. One is the era it lived in. One is like the place roughly around that time that was lived in. One is like career, one is kind of like what happened during the life, and one is how they died. So we'll go through each one. Call me old baby. Okay. So I'm gonna stick with like one child as past life with you because that's kind of the energy I'm getting. Like some people wonder if it's multiple children and stuff. I'm just gonna stick with one, like as if it's your first one. And your energy kind of feels like you're kind of thinking only one. I feel like your energy doesn't know if you want more than one. Okay. Which one? Not that one. Oh, closer, closer. Must be one of these. That one. This one? Yes, this one. Okay. All right. So, sorry. One says an alien. Would you like me to play another, or do you think that's connected enough? I don't know if I want to give birth more than once, yes, but I want 4 kids total if I adopt or not. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, so the one you give birth to. Let's stick with that. I'm confused. Yeah, it's okay for one more. Alien. Well, it's funny because this is portrayed as alien, but alien could also mean like from another country, and at least in the English language. So that's kind of how I'm. So, oh, interesting. So we had alien fallout, but then we had South America, and they're actually very much known for a history like that. This one's gonna be an alien baby. So we're talking about because you came in, I think, like right after it was kind of discussed. We're talking about a baby that shared a past life with Cosmic, but coming into this life. So like your baby shared a past life with you is the energy that was kind of coming up in the reading. So, but back to what I was saying for the aliens South America, they're kind of like that. They have a lot of history related to that, so it must be something comboed with it. And then that was this one, right? Yeah, okay. So what is the next one? The next one is, I think it was this. Is it this? Yes, it's this one. That should not be. They're all green. Yeah, fuck it. All right. So this, so ad break starts in less than 3 minutes. So let me know if you go in. So the alien in South America. I don't know why, but I see the. My sister went there to visit. The it's a, it's like not the Aztec temple. It's a different one, but it has like it's a pyramid, but it's very square shaped. I forget what it's called. I'm sorry. But like this face reminds me very much of that area. Egypt? No, South America, not Africa. Oh, this. It's right. It's right on the image. Can I get it close enough? Do you see that? Do you see that right there? That's the one I'm thinking of. I don't remember what it's called though. It starts with an M. Okay, so I'm gonna shuffle the other ones. Yes, I know. Yeah, you know what I'm referring to. My mom's answering my question. Hold on, I'm gonna open it, see what she says, because I can't see the whole thing. Hold on. Here's she went near it. Ma. She went to visit a temple somewhere near it. You have a magnet literally from it. No, I won't say her name on the screen. This is the internet, Mum. Mexico. Okay. Well, the card is South America though, Ma. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I see this like pyramid thing that I don't remember the name of. And then in terms of lifestyle, that said it was a city life or city like, but because so I get mixed things here. That's interesting. Maybe with the way the reincarnation cards are playing, it's like way back when, but it was structured in that historical time as a city, if that makes sense. I'm gonna play one more card from this too. Hi, Kazi, welcome in. And then desert. That matches the South America, and they want me to play this too. And fields. So city, desert, fields. What? Oh, I see the numbers. The numbers are standing out to me. 31, 32, 35, 38. A lot of threes. I feel like it's very much like this image. So like you see the green, you see the desert like areas, but then we have cities, so I feel like it's like oh, sorry. It's hold on, I'll tell you. It might be Mexico. Oh. Okay, so Mexico is North America. And but I'm thinking like Mexico to like South America border. No, it's in Europe. Back. Welcome back. So I decided to type it up while you were in ads. So the famous place, the temple shape that shows up in my mind's eye that's also on this card image. Technically, this is in Mexico with this specific one. It says it's called Chichen Itza, also known as El Castillo. And then when I typed in a different thing, there's one in a Maya city. That's more like of what I'm kind of trying to interpret, but I don't understand or know it well, so it doesn't come out the same. And it says it's near Mexico Guatemala border. And it refers to Maya archaeological sites like the Palenque, and Bonampak. These sites offer well-preserved temples surrounded by jungle. often less crowded than those in the Yucatan Peninsula. How interesting. But those are definitely more the shapes I'm looking for. It doesn't have to specifically be Mexico. My mom's on a Mexico tangent. Jungle wedding, nice. So that's more along the lines, but like I said, I didn't know it very well. I could see it. I could see it here in the picture, and I know it was South America and like Mexico, very much near each other. So like, but this, so it's the Maya city like past life stuff is what I was connecting to. People were just made from leaves and tree branches. We all did at one point in time. We also all had no clothes at one point in time as well. Embrace nature. Okay, now let's. So that's very much what I was feeling. I'm gonna move on to the next part, which is this one, I think. Yes. So this is like what happened and how the life was lived. Law. They were part of the law. Oh. They're telling me that this is going to come out strongly when they come, and you guys might butt heads a little bit because you like control, and so will your child. So they're saying like there's going to be, you guys are going to have like I am the law, but on both sides. So you got to figure out the leeway. Not me gonna put some sticky note. You're gonna put on sticky notes for clothes. You're funny. Then we have agriculture, which makes me think they were well rounded. To balance that, yeah, that's true. Government, that goes with the law, and then beggar. Oh, interesting. That's fascinating. It's almost like two lives. Like it so like it feel like same life, but it almost feels like this was the series of their life. Like it almost feels like they grew up as a beggar or a farmer. Sometimes that goes hand in hand way back in history, right? So it almost feels like that went together, and then over time it developed them to want to go into government and law as like the times were changing. You're gonna have a baby lawyer. Okay, now this is things that happened in life, right? Yeah, this is things that happened. This is like career, or like the yeah, like career of the life. And this is what happened in the life. So let's see what comes out. Fear. Oh no. Okay. I guess that goes hand in hand with the huge change from agriculture beggar to government and law. So we have fear, yeah, justice and injustice. That's interesting. So interesting. I want to play one more. And love and indifference. That's also interesting. Freedom and servitude is on the bottom. You wrote two equal balance, and that's kind of like this life. It's very much balanced. So fear, justice and injustice, freedom and servitude, and love and indifference. I see this as depression right now for the servitude side. But justice and injustice come strongly, so that it makes sense with the law and the government that's below this. Okay, and then this is how they died. Oh, my nose is stuffy all of a sudden. Catastrophe. Oh no! They died from a catastrophe. Huh. Okay. That was way too many. Apparently there's more. Okay. Nope, just okay. Catastrophe, starvation, and war. Oh, all right. They had a rough life. They had a rough ending. But it makes it interesting. I think that's as far as I can get with this, though. So I don't know if that really answered that. That probably made you ask more questions, but hopefully you find it intriguing. That was so interesting. Yeah. But that concludes the reading. Do you feel like it resonated? In terms of the whole thing, I mean. Have any other questions? If not, I'll move on to Call Me Old Daddy. Call me old. Yes, thank you so much. You're very welcome. Alright. Gotta hydrate. Have it here somewhere close. Thank you, I needed that. Please surprise me today. Alright. Alright, let me pack up and I'm gonna ground myself and then we'll move on to the next one. I'm drinking honey green tea that I bought with my mama's money. It's my favorite pure leaf tea. It's the honey green tea one. Like they have like the regular green tea in the store for Pure Leaf brand, but the honey green tea I can only get at like convenience stores or gas stations. Uh, Basement puppy. No vodka, beer, or whiskey. I don't really drink any liquor or alcohol. I'm gonna go find amethyst for my pillow. Thank you so much for the reading. Have a wonderful weekend. You're very welcome. Leave tea, man. I'm very much a tea drinker, tea sipper all the way. Mommy, mama, money, it's different. Mommy, mom. Mommy, mama, honey. Mommy, mommy, mama, money. That was a tongue twister for me. That was hard to say. Okay. Alright, let's get this backed up. I'll be grounded and I'm gonna start your reading. Did I feel like it was that? Do you do past relationship reading? Um, well, to be real with you, I don't know. But most of the time, when people come in to ask for a reading, sometimes they have specific questions, and I'll try my best to answer it. But typically, the reading ends up being general, and I don't sugarcoat anything. So, like, I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Yeah, yes, for call me your daddy says yes for $50. Make soliciting right on stream. making that money. Selling sales right in front of, right before my eyes. Yeah. I'm almost done. I got a broke college student. Oh no. You don't need to be a broke college student. We're all broke adults too. That's just the way the world is right now. I'm kidding. I don't want to be in that mindset because I don't need to attract it. special, special price for you, Shay. 19.99. Yeah, I'm not broke. Like stuffy all of a sudden. I think my allergies been going haywire today. Let's move on to the next one. Just about ready now. Can you do it for one? Call me your daddy. Can you do it for one cent? How about a penny for your thoughts? Okay, Ma. Good night. Mom's going to bed, everybody. How about $1? You guys are funny. Shay says good night, Auntie. You said dealer's tricks. So find out what cards to put in. My mama says good night, Shay. You know, that's funny. I didn't expect her to. I didn't expect my mom to message me on a different app where I can read it on my computer screen. So she's actually been interacting with you guys, which is not what I expected tonight. But it's been interesting. Have a beautiful night, Shay says, man. If you're still there, might not be there. Okay. Just gonna throw myself out. Okay. You need more auntie time. Yeah, actually, this is the first stream my mom's ever seen me do live. She watched the first reading. Oh, my mom's replying to Shay. She says, "Hope you really well." What? Oh, I think she's speaking to Shay, but she's referring to the reading I gave to Cosmic. She said, "I hope you really enjoyed the reading. She has a gift." So she said. Okay. So I did a big reading for Cosmic. And I'm gonna this stream I'm gonna upload the VOD on YouTube so people can go back and look through it again. Uh Call me, are you somebody who goes into the ads or are you able to hear without like while it's playing? If you know what I mean. You know, I've used this for a grounding stone to ground myself back from the readings. And I play with it so much that I've actually rubbed it so much it smoothed the it smoothed the other sides. And it's actually interesting when I look at it now because I see like how it's like almost a clear gray for this, and then the other side is a dark gray. I'm stuck like a duck with no luck. Oh no. Hunter will get you. Oh no. Alright. I feel grounded, so I'm gonna pick out your decks real quick. Interesting. Okay. The ads will get me. So feel free to just type in you're in ads, or I have a redeem button that says I've been ambushed if you need to if you need it. How many cards do you have? I used to keep a link with a list of my decks, but I've learned it's just easier for me to intuitively pull it nowadays. So, because beforehand I used to ask if people would want to choose them, because a lot of people like that, but nowadays I just choose it for them. Um, I have to count them, I don't know. So right here I have five. I have like 33, and I also have runes casting stones that was made for me, gifted to me by a friend. 100? No, I don't have that many yet. But I believe I'd get there. So, no, I mean, if I really feel drawn to imagery or something, or really feel drawn, like intuitively guided to a deck, then I'll buy it. But for the most part, I'm content with what I have for right now. And I plan to make my own deck at some point. I want to make my own version of tarot. You know, I need to figure out how to get permission because I'd like to do a Sailor Moon tarot. Honestly, I want to design the cards and do Sailor Moon, and then um, Oracle cards. I thought it'd be fun for like. I mean, I still plan to build my own deck, but I thought it'd be fun to add like a tarot or oracle design card based off of subscribers in the Twitch channel. So like I had one subscriber who was my mod for a while, but she's on hiatus now. And it was she was very polite about it, but I have a card that I'll have designed for her that will be part of the deck. Have you seen the movie? What movie? Which movie? 78 in deck generally. She have 200 decks currently. Yeah. Um if it's all right, I have to use the bathroom real quick. So I'm gonna put you I know you've been waiting, but I need to use the bathroom. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for waiting. I'm back. You can hear me okay, right? I guess go back up and miss. Hello, Natural. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, and Shay left. Okay. Oh, to take a nap. Okay, enjoy your nap. I'm going to sleep. My eyes are burning. Oh no. Be loyal to sleep, Shay. Oh no. Yes. I'm gonna snooze this for right now. Okay. You can hear me, right? Call me your daddy. And welcome in, Natural Garrison. Muted. It says I'm not muted. Ah, but Natural Garrison can hear me. I think you muted me. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Okay. I had two people leave today. But that's okay. Oh, dang. I didn't realize it's almost midnight for me. That's okay. I don't know when I'll do my next reading stream. I'm planning to stream a Kobo tomorrow, so. Okay. All right. Am I done being mute? Should I start your reading or pretend that you can't hear me? It's kind of your daddy's turn, but I mean, I think they're joking, but I also can't tell. You're welcome to ask whenever you want. I will go back to refer to it. I do deep readings, so just letting you know ahead of time. The person before you is calling me your daddy. He wanted a general reading. I guess, like, if you can't hear me, like, if you genuinely can't hear me, I can do your reading, and then you can go back to the YouTube VOD and or Twitch VOD and watch it, because I'm gonna post it in both places. You can hear me now. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Only a couple for you this time. Also, thanks for waiting. Um, when I was grabbing them for you, it almost felt more like you're just kind of seeking advice. Like you want to know what the advice is. Whatever you may be thinking of or feeling, or maybe you're just kind of in like a I want to see what advice is given to me during this time, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, but since you yes, to answer your question, natural. But I am gonna close the queue so no one comes in because then I will be up till like 4 in the morning and I've done that before. So um let me just do a couple more things. Pin this message. Queue is closed. Or then okay. Not everyone reads it, so I'll also put something on the screen. And also do this and do quest. We're on quests now. Queue is closed. That's too big. That's silly. It's differently. I have to do this differently. Oh yeah. Shrink it just a little more. Place that works not your cards, or try to at least. That look alright? I think that looks alright. Okay. Okay. I feel drawn to do this one first for you, and I pulled this deck first, so let's see what that says. Let's see what it says for you. I have. If you guys see me once, I have a thumb injury right now, and I don't. I think I sprained it or strained it or have a pulled muscle like right in the nerve or joint part of it. So if you see me once, that's why. All right. Replace pride by knowing that separateness is an illusion. Old age brings wisdom and fierce certainty. Mother energy pours forth life. And love is the most powerful force of all. It feels, I don't know, it's interesting because they're telling me to say the word basic. The energy that you're giving off right now, they're telling me to describe as basic. They're saying it's like, um, oh, add start in like 5 seconds, by the way. Let me know if you go into them. So I don't want to. Sure. Are you in ads? Fashionably late. So bad. No. Okay. Okay. Great. All right. So since you're not in it, let me know if you do go in. But for now, I'll say what I was trying to say. So first, they're saying that kind of like energy you're putting out. It's very, very base. All right, like very basic and kind of. It doesn't feel. It doesn't feel like as strong as like Cosmic Goose's energy was, right? But based on the cards that are playing out right now, it kind of it shows me that maybe you're interested in a potential partner. Like it just feels like it's kind of on your thoughts lately, if that makes sense. Yeah. Let me see. And I felt very drawn to this one for you too. It comes and goes. Yeah. That's probably why to me it doesn't feel like as strong as like some others. On one hand, I want women. On the other hand, too much work. I understand. It's not just women; it's both sides. We women think about that sometimes too for men. So I think that's kind of equal on both sides. But like, I know what you're saying because relationships in general just take work. Especially if you're in a especially in if you're in a mature phase enough, which I believe you are, but like you like to joke and stuff. That's just who you are, but like this old age brings wisdom and fear certainty to me tells me you're in your mature phase where you're like I know what I want. I don't want to deal with nonsense, basically. Um you like to have fun, but you don't want to deal with a whole bunch of drama that could come along with it. So, and I know how that feels. I've gone through a similar thing before I met my fiance. And but for me, I feel like our encounter was fated because well, and trying to figure out how to word, like both faded and manifested at the same time for how I feel about it. And um at the time, it took me a while before I even decided going back into the dating field because I was like, I was in a similar mindset. I was like, I don't feel like going through another 10 years of being with someone without it going the direction I'm looking for, right? So I strongly understand that mindset. But it doesn't mean that it's not there. I I decided I wanted a partner, but I wanted one that understood me the most. Is I think was my primary focus. Like I wanted someone who understands me for me, or something along those lines. I had obviously other other things I was looking for naturally, but that was my primary focus. I get in relationship. I get on relationship in no time, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like this is just something that's come across your thoughts for right now. I've only played a cup. I only grabbed a couple of decks for you. Like I said, when I was playing them, it felt more like you're just kind of seeking. It felt more like you're just kind of seeking advice to see what kind of advice comes up. And at the moment, I just think it's just kind of. It feels. If I had to describe it, it's like the seed has been put in your mind, but it hasn't grown yet. If that makes sense. Now I'm gonna play some kitty cards. The Cat Oracle. Oh, Cat Fantasy Oracle. We have climbing. I was just talking about growing, so that's interesting. I see it as somebody who watches your back, though. That's interesting. So I don't know if you're oh, they're telling me that you're somebody who doesn't trust easily. You don't give your trust to others easily. Watching. That's funny. I have it placed right where it's watching the climbing. Climbing and watching. I hear the phrase "be on the lookout" because of the watching and the the binocular or the telescope. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. That she has. Could be a potential with someone who could have their eye on you when the time comes. Oh, there's okay. Okay. Oh, you have dreaming and the fresh yearning of morning. Yeah. So like I see this as I see the climbing as you, and I see the watching as her. Like I see the potential interests, right? And then I have dreaming and spring, the fresh yearning of morning. And it's funny to me because I feel like this dreaming and the way it looks this mysterious with the cat here, I feel like this is you. You're the mysterious and mischievous one. And then she's the fresh yearning of morning, very colorful, outgoing, bright, and she like brings the light to your day kind of thing. That's like a little bit of opposite of you, a little bit, but the energy meshes with you well. I think that person would be the best suited to you. Very, it's funny because I see this as the person being very girlish. Which one should I do next? I guess I'm this. I feel this one. Star Dragons for you next. This is specifically is when you decide you're actually interested in trying, like when you've confirmed it. Because right now it's just a thought. It's food for thought right now. Okay, that's all it is. You haven't decided. You haven't decided on it yet. So like this is talking about when the decision comes if you choose it, because we all have free will. You can choose whether you want to date someone, you can choose whether you want to be single for the rest of your life. It's saying like you need the solid decision. And if you do choose this path, this is what could be waiting for you. This particular part of the reading though is just one person. It's like it's the one person meant for you kind of energy. Okay, let's see what this says. We have inspiration. Miracle and making a difference. This has similar colors and vibes to this one. Very flower, cherry blossom oriented. Very girlish. Love and friendship. Okay. I feel like that kind of goes along with what I said earlier as well. Um, I mentioned that like when I made the decision for myself, it was like my primary focus was I want the person to understand me the most. Because, misunderstand it's one thing to communicate, but if you don't understand each other while communication is happening, it doesn't go anywhere. So we have trust, love, and friendship. So it looks like this would build up. I don't know if this would. I don't know if it would build up with friendship first, or if this woman would be someone you kind of get with, like when the time comes, if you decide to go with it. It might be a woman you get with, but ends up being like your best friend over time, which is usually how well, it's how some of the romantic life happens. Like some say date before becoming girlfriend boyfriend kind of thing in adulthood, but in childhood you become girlfriend boyfriend first and then you date. So this is more along the lines of dating first and then, becoming an official couple, and after the official couple feeling like best friends all the time. It feels sweet. It feels cool, cute. Knowledge. So we have inspiration and knowledge. This this make me feel this is connected to you with inspiration and knowledge. I don't they're making me think of someone who has like an engineer mind. Any time frame when you decide to do it. So I meet her in my current location. The first step is to make the decision if you want a relationship. Because it won't happen if you don't believe that you actually want it. Returning, going with the flow. Or one, move away from my location. I think things are fated to happen no matter where you are. They're telling me she would find you. So it doesn't matter where you are. It's like a if and when you decide that you want a relationship. Let's say you're in the mindset where you're like, I've decided that I do want to try, right? Let's say you made a solid decision on it. When that happens, they're saying that it's like the encounter itself is fated. Maybe it won't be noticed at first, but then you'll come across multiple times, kind of thing. Yeah, divine timing. That's a good choice of words. Yeah. All right. Let's see what else. I don't know your type. That's for you to decide. But honestly, if you want my real non-sugar coated opinion, personally, I mean, I obviously some people find physical attraction that matters, but like looks change over time. Find somebody you will feel the deepest connection with forever. What's her ethnicity, her hair color, her eyes, her age? What do you want it to be? As far as age goes, be reasonable. Just saying. Tell me everything. No, because that doesn't bring her in. That would push her away. Because like then you're looking for specifics. So first of all, anybody can change their hair color, so it doesn't matter. All right. Her eyes. Everybody has different colored eyes, right? Everybody has brown eyes, blue eyes. Some people wear different colored eye contacts, so you can't trust that either. Ethnicity, you can't really hide ethnicity. All right. Age wise, I think that the age wise is determined by what your type is and what your age range is because everybody has different, preferences. So like for me and my fiance, we have a large age gap. Okay, we have a 9 year difference. And in the beginning, I had to think very seriously about it because my largest age range that I've ever dated or was willing to accept was between 3 to 5 years. And he was 9 years older than me, or he is 9 years older than me. So I'm like, I need to think about this seriously. And then the more I thought about it, the more it made sense to me and what I want in the direction I wanted to go in. And we got along well. And to me, it almost feels like he's the male version of myself. So obviously with some with different interests, but in terms of like me as a person on the inside, I almost feel like we're the same person. And I actually really like that because it feels like he understands me for me and I can understand him on his um deeper emotional level as well. And we both really connect with that. So I think that depends on you. So returning, going with the flow, and then we have moon. So yeah, moon is usually related to intuition, instincts, intuition. You mentioned divine timing, so you're familiar with it, you know. And then, woo, hello. Okay. And then we're gonna do this. They're giving me short stuff for you today. So we're gonna do this for advice cards. See what comes out. Oh, so Ads start in less than 2 minutes, so I'll try to finish it up before it starts. The first card that fell out was ideal partnership for you. Okay, it says, ideal partnership. I'm a rare and precious find, and my brilliance will be reflected back to me when I am paired with a true match. My ideal partnerships and working relationships are easy and free flowing. I deserve greatness because I am greatness. And to paraphrase Rumi, what I'm looking for is also looking for me. In fact, he or she might be paraphrasing Rumi right now. So that matches with what I was saying, in terms of my relationship for a comparison, based on what I was trying to tell you in your reading. And I feel like that's a confirmation card as well, especially as advice cards. Okay, I don't want to play both. Now we have love. Okay, so we have ideal partnership and love. Love is many splendored thing. Today I will notice and appreciate at least 3 of those splendors, like the fact that puppies make me feel like a parent, or the surge of self-congratulation I feel when I sink a 3-point trash basket shot on my first try. Or how about the chills when I sing along to the song and then name your favorite song. And no judgment. No judgment. I release myself from any and all judgments. I find my inner critic, call it into my office and tell it to take a vacation. As it leaves the room, I let out a sigh and begin to enjoy the joy of simply being. Who hired that guy anyway? So you're reading. It was shorter for you this time, but I feel like this is the reading for you at this time. It was more of a love reading, but the love will not come in until you make the solid decision that you want it. Snack. Oops. Welcome back. So, did you get to hear me read the last card for you? Or should I read it again? Um, it's taking you a minute to reply, so I'm just gonna do it anyway. So, no judgment. I release myself from any and all judgments. I find my inner critic, call it to my office, and tell it to take a vacation. As it leaves the room, I let out a sigh and begin to enjoy the joy of simply being. Who hired that guy anyway? So, I was also saying that, this this for you feels like this is your message and advice, but it's a two-part message. Like it's like this could be, but it's only when you make the decision that you want it. Okay, if you're not sure you want it, then it's on rocky waters. Okay, like it's teetering because you're not sure if you want that direction. but the other part of you is thinking about it more lately, you know? So, like, when the decision comes where you solidify that is when this is the potential that comes through. And it says ideal partnership and love, so. I'm not sure currently for sure. Yeah, so the reading based on this is this is the potential of what could happen if you decide to do it. It's and when the decision comes, this is more like the fated decision. If and when you do it. You know what I mean? But I think that concludes your reading today. I'm not sure I'm not sure which one to pick. Who to pick. You mean which direction to pick? That's something that you have to answer yourself. It can't be answered for you. You can see potentials in both directions, but ultimately you need to decide because you're the, you know, everybody has free will. This is my record read for because it's shorter. It was quick. I've done a quick read shorter than this for someone a long time ago. It's usually for people who get readings a lot, especially when they do readings with more than one reader, like tarot or oracle card readers, because they get them so much, but then they're just kind of looking for more reads, even though they already got their answers. So it's like, for me, because I refer to spirit, it's like they're trying to find things for you, but you know, when you've already received the message so many times, they're like, what's the point? You're not listening anyway. So he made record today. Yeah, I guess that's true. Well, we'll see. We'll see, because I have one more reading after you. Natural, is Natural still in here? He's still in here. You're next. So we'll see how long Naturals is. I don't know what they're coming in. You're welcome. I wish you luck on your choices, both directions, whatever they may be. My mom left the street. Left. Now that she knows how to watch my live streams, she might be visiting more often. Where's my... Oh, it's in front of my face. Natural wants a love reading and wants to know about what AB feels about them. Oh, did they... Wait. Did they actually write their question? Did I miss it? It goes for way back up. And else. Awesome! No, I don't think they were switching it. Just guessing. Maybe they fell asleep. Okay. You didn't ask yet. Okay. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. Yes, it is your turn. Officially. Right now. Yes, what's your question? I have to say it's your luck today because we had two people leave the queue, so you ended up being third. You would have been two, three. You would have been fifth. Hi. Do you need a minute to type your question? Just so you know, my readings are long usually. Call Me Your Daddy had a shorter one today. But Cosmic Goose was very long. It depends on the person being read. I don't sugarcoat anything. I will not tell you what you want to hear. I'll tell you what you need to hear based on your reading. So. Okay, so for my reading, I'm wondering if the path I want to take is going to be what I want it to be, and like a right advice around that. Okay, it sounds like you're curious to see what comes up without being too specific. Is that right? Which is fine. You can do that. And usually readings are better that way anyway. So give me a minute to pack up the cards from Call Me's reading real quick, ground myself, and then move on to choosing your decks. I'm wondering if the path I want to take is going to be what I want. Well, if you're taking that path, wouldn't it be what you want since you chose to take it? Just, for food for thought. And then like advice around it. Okay, I can work with that. Yes, try these. On to the next one. Oh, also, if you get ambushed by ads, just let me know. I will wait till you're back to do your reading. Otherwise, if you're somebody who has like Twitch Turbo or something, just let me know and I'll continue. I'm like, that pickle juice. Oopsies. Okay, so I'm gonna ground myself right now. I mean, I'm not gonna give it to me. Wondering how I'm want to be. Sounds like you're in the beginning stages. Sounds good. Okay. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. With the tarot, I do my own interpretation. Sometimes I leave it at my interpretation, other times I read from the book. If I feel like I don't connect with the tarot, then I'll just go straight to the book. But I felt strongly to do this one first for you. And this is one of my newer decks. This is kind of more of a minimalist one and very specific. I use it here and there, but we'll see. We'll see what comes up for it. Ad starts in 3 minutes. I might be able to snooze it. I'll snooze it for now. Okay, it's snoozed for 5 minutes. Okay. Key to intimacy. Intimate love is a core need to be met in relation to ourselves and those closest to us. The journey to intimacy often includes learning what love is not. It bothers my solar plexus. Anxiety, maybe. Moving forward, the first step is taken within our stillness. I see the yellows, I see the lamps, I feel the solar plexus. Like, which one's first? False beliefs. Once the untruths that we believe about ourselves are eliminated, so are the way we can release the false limitations they confine us to. And forgiveness. Hurt blocks our light. So, before moving on to some more cards, based on the way the cards are playing this and portrayed, and this is one of the decks that I have that are on the more darker side of my tarots because I had too many positive ones and I needed ones that were more real. So, with the way the cards are placed so far, it's like I feel it a lot in the solar plexus, which is usually like the fire of ambition and stuff. It's our life purpose or like the things that drive us the most. That's usually where the solar plexus uh, motivation is. And if I had to describe it like in the zodiac, it's the Leo. It's the Leo energy. So, but based on what I see here, to start with, they're telling me to say it this way. You have a tendency not to be a very positive minded person. Like you try, I think, but you have a hard time with it. So like you have difficulty getting out of the pessimistic side of stuff, or maybe it's trying to work its way out of it or something along the lines. Because I see this as somebody like as if you look at the face in this one and the face in this one, it looks more drawl. And then we have forgiveness, false beliefs, moving forward, and key to intimacy. It makes me think you're very harsh with yourself and your body and your like. It makes me think you're harsh with you, like, and a person who's harsh with themselves has a difficult time helping others move forward. So if this purpose or thing you want to do in life, as you said, the path you're wondering if the path you want to take is going to be what you want it to be and advice around it. Okay, this is probably more of the advice around it. I don't know what this path is yet, but in terms of the advice side to start with, they're saying like if you're going in a direction where you kind of need to like guide or help others in some way, you need to help yourself first. Okay, you have to do it first. because doing it first gives you the experience to truly understand the other people. And you know, and they're saying in your mind, you're saying, but I do understand because I'm experiencing it. But it doesn't help the other person if you haven't healed from it. Okay, like if you haven't healed from the same problem, then the first advice is you need to heal first. Because even if you understand another person and what they're going through, it's not helpful to them if there's no direction forward. Okay, so they're saying very much similar lines to that so far. Once the untruths we believe ourselves are illuminated, so are the ways we can release the false limitations. Yeah, so this to me sounds like you have a very hard time being harsh with yourself. Like you're your own worst critic, but in a very intensified way. So they're saying like stop believing that. There's no reason for you to believe those negative sides or the insecurities that are coming through. If it's tarot now. Let's see what comes through for this. Now. I come. I come. Eventually feel better. Hopefully. Ad start in 2 minutes. So let me know when you're going. We have Page of Coins in reverse, Broken Promises, Lack of Wishes, and then we have the Fool upright, new chapter and new story, Goals and Dreams. I see, so in this Fool, in the image of this deck that I'm using, I see this mermaid, she's looking at the castle above. Her dream she sees right in front of her face. She's dreaming about it. She knows where she wants to get there. But we have the Page of Coins in reverse here in the past. It almost feels like your dreams were often stepped and walked on or crushed. It makes me think of like an artist who wants art for their career, and one thing artists often come across is like, I don't know, parents or friends of the parents, whatever. They often come across criticism in a way where like, how are you going to make enough income to survive off of that, or something along those lines, and it crushes the dream immediately because they're throwing reality in. But a lot of people do make money off of art. It just depends on where you go or what your niche is and everything. But it feels like that in the past. So this Fool feels like the current chapter. Like, I see my dream, I see what I want. I want to know how to get there. Okay, that's weird. Are you an ass? Well, I guess that answered my question. You're back from ads. Or if you're not in the ads, because if you're not, I'll just keep going. Are you back from ads? I know. You natural. Can you hear the reading still? Um, I think you're back from ads by now. I don't know if it's late for you as well or if you're falling asleep, but I will have this posted in the VODs on YouTube and it'll just be in the Twitch because it's open to everybody. So, you can always come back and rewatch it if you need to. So, but at the moment, if you can hear me to start with, um, so the next card is the Seven of Swords. I heard the word Dream Thief, and I see betrayal, and I see somebody taking credit for your work and the efforts you've made. So I don't know if you're thinking of partnerships or business ship or something with somebody, but I don't see it as a good direction for you. Also, my tarot decks were in the wrong case, which was weird for me. It's very, I don't think I've ever done that. So that to me feels like there's trickster energy around you. So yeah, I would be more cautious about dealings. We'll call them business dealings. Six of Wands in reverse. I see this as I see it as like losing control of victory. Knight of Wands in reverse. So there's, we have like the Thief and Betrayal card, and then we have a lot of reverses, and then the Fool upright, which is a fresh page, and just going into something blindly is another meaning of the Fool. So I don't know what this is, but I don't recommend it. Five of Coins, financial struggle and loss. Yeah, I wouldn't take that. I don't know what this is, but I don't see it being fruitful for you at all. Bottom of the deck is Ten of Wands. Heavy burdens. Yeah. Did I do it again? I did it again. I guess they're the exact same time. It must be the same size. My nose is so stuffy. Yeah. All right. Now let's see which one to do. Let's see what the Cosmic Tarot says. We have challenges, make a decision, work on inner healing. Okay, so challenges matches the tarot that's been played. And then the work on the inner healing I mentioned with the first set of cards that have been played as well. So that to me is confirmation. Yes, luck is on your side. That's, to me, that's another confirmation. Yes, those are the messages. Okay. But I also see, and I didn't play any of these yet, but I see the next two decks as what could be the direction that's better suited to you and advice for it. Like just general advice though. And the yes card played after that when I was thinking about it. So, and we'll do that in a moment. Divorce, experiencing a breakup. To me, I see this as whatever it is you're inquiring about. It's saying separate from that idea. Whatever it is, whatever this is you're inquiring about in a very vague way, the answer is no, don't do it. Because I don't see any fruition. I see betrayal, a dream thief. I see no wishes and fulfillments made. I see financial struggle, challenges, and so on. So I don't suggest it, no. Gold digger, they want your money. Want your money and being used. So I don't know if this is a partnership situation, but the word partnership keeps coming to my mind. And I don't mean in terms of romantic partnership, I mean business partnership. And business partnership can be tricky if it's not with the right person. Okay? It's okay to want to be a sponsor to somebody who wants to try an opportunity, but don't fall into a trap, is what they're telling me to say. Don't fall into a trap where you want to support somebody's dream and cause, yet even though they tried, it's noble for them to try, but if it fails, you're out of whatever you offered them for the money towards the partnership. Like, for example, oh, I want to start a business. I think it's going to go really well, and the pitch is so hyped up. And they're like, the only thing I need is $10,000 to get it going. Are you willing to help me? You know, and they know you have it because let's say I don't know you're friends with them or something, okay, and they know you have it, okay, and they're asking just to see if you say yes and you're considering it, and then they'll be like, we can be partners, you get whatever percentage of whatever the profit is made, okay, and that's great as long as the profit is confirmed, okay, or like paying them back. Now, let's say it went in the direction where you offer the money, it did not go well, the income did not come in, it did not have any profit, and now this person had to shut it down because it did not go anywhere and they had to find work and they're currently unemployed, which means they also can't give you any money either, even though you lent it to them. It's that's very much the scenario I'm seeing in this. Okay, is there any other cards from this deck? Should I move on? Health. Health issues could arise as well from chronic stress. Bottom of the deck says air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And air signs are the swords in the tarot. They relate to mental thought and clarity. Getting cold now. Almost done with your reading. We're gonna go into these now. So this is the major message for you, like major serious message for you. Now we're gonna go into the life purpose cards, because I feel like you need a little guidance on what might be better suited to you and your decision or career or life purpose direction. So we're gonna play this for you today. It might have advice, like general advice cards too. We'll see. We'll see what it says. Okay. Sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and need to make the changes accordingly. You have an inkling. You have an inkling and suspicion on something. And I feel like I feel like your heart and mind are aligned with that. You have an inkling and suspicion about something, which is part of the reason why you're seeking guidance on it. Mentally, you're saying it's something you want to do, but I think what you want is the best case scenario for that situation, not necessarily what you specifically want to do in it, if that makes sense. We have study. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity. Ah, the pickle juice again. Having weird luck with pickle juice today. Okay. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. Leadership, take charge of the situation. Light and love. Your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to the world. I kind of see this. I see this as somebody who like works in. It's almost like a teaching career, but I see it almost with somebody who likes to work with like children with special needs, or who are like autistic or have issues in a handicapped way, such as deafness, muteness, mutes, blind. I see you as a person who does that. Like that feels more aligned to me. And then, but the study and research is not only just for you, but like figuring out how to help these children in a way where it can benefit their life forever. And they say like people don't always remember specific things you say, but they always remember the kindness towards them. School, I feel like that's confirmation with it. And it's the answer that you're seeking involves going to school as well. Hello, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Oh no, I'm lagging. My butterflies were lagging so hard. Yeah, you're about to. Ooh, and then we have music. Okay. So I see a very, very specific and interesting career. Like I see you natural. I see you as one, a very strong and positive kind influence to the younger generation, okay, the new and younger generations. The study, I feel like, is study for you in a way where you're going to feel like you need to study to keep up with the modern day, okay? And then the music intrigues me because I feel it's almost like therapeutic the way I see your path going. Like it's therapeutic for you and the children to experience things. So like art therapy is a sensory one as well. So is music. I see you very much in that situation. We have freedom. You're free to do what you choose. It doesn't have to be this, but it feels well suited to you. Okay? And then we have heart's desires. The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. So, yeah, so I feel like you're weighing your options. I feel like you have more than one you're kind of looking into. I think you should be selfish and prioritize only your stuff right now and not this bystander's interests. I don't know if that's your case, but like that's what it feels like. It feels like somebody's kind of coming in to see if they can do it. And that, typically there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't hurt for people to try, but like this, it it doesn't feel right. So like this with the other stuff that's being played in terms of the life purpose, I feel like that's more one, your vibe, and two, more suited to like where you could go if you choose to go that direction. Advice to you, Natural. Gratitude. Today I'm grateful for all the little things, even when the big things suck. There are always plenty of little things I can at least be a little grateful for, like hot showers and music and the fact that humans invented the internet, and I'm allowed to use it whenever I want to. Using fingers and thumbs to do whatever I think them to do at any given moment. Story of my life. As I tell myself the story of what's happening in my life, I choose to make it the kind of story where even though the tough parts have a sort of inner beauty, it's ultimately a happy story where every character, no matter how wicked, is doing their best. And let me tell you, it's worth it when I earn that Pulitzer Prize for Best Inner Monologue. And power. I am strong, I am grounded, I am powerful. I am like the cross between a dinosaur and a tank, but not a tank that is used for war. I'm like a peaceful, loving dino tank who feels so strong it doesn't need to do anything but be. And then we have wander. It's a wonderful thing to be in a state of wonder. And when I'm a good audience to my life becomes better and better. Theater. When someone delightful happens, I can shout encore and be tickled when it happens again. When something maddening happens, I can laugh it off. Either way, I'm glad I got a ticket to the show. And that concludes your reading. I haven't heard from you in a while, so hopefully, if something happened where you couldn't watch through it, you can go through the VOD on YouTube and rewatch. I wish you luck on your journey. And I'm getting sleepy now. I'm definitely going to bed. Ugh. And Ultimate Karina, welcome into the stream. I am ending for the night, but I have a tendency to do reading streams on Fridays. this. Yeah, I think it's good.